The richest 1% in the world account for 2 out of every 3 euros generated, 24 trillion euros in 2 years. The world's richest 1% have accounted for 2/3 of the new wealth created since 2020, when the COVID-19 pandemic broke. According to an Oxfam report, the world's wealthiest 1% have captured more than half, 54%, of global new wealth over the past decade. In just 2 years, from December 2019 to December 2021, this percentage has risen to 62%. Of the $42 trillion created, about 38.8 trillion euros, $26 trillion, 24 trillion euros, have gone to the richest 1%, while the remaining 99% of the population as a whole has been left with $16 trillion, 14.8 trillion euros, that is, 38%.
While ordinary people make daily sacrifices on essentials like food, the super-rich have exceeded even their wildest dreams. In just 2 years, this decade is shaping up to be the greatest decade for billionaires, a 1920s boom for billionaires. Richest in the world, criticizes Gabriela Bucher, executive director of Oxfam International, in a statement.
Its publication, this Monday the 16th, has been made to coincide with the opening of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, where the richest people and world leaders meet. The non-profit organization denounces the current economic situation and enters into comparisons of the two opposing sides. Thus, it reports that extreme wealth and extreme poverty have increased simultaneously for the first time in 25 years and contrasts that a billionaire has earned around 1.5 million euros for each euro of new world wealth obtained by a person of the 90% more poor. The fortunes of billionaires have grown by $2,700 million a day, while in the last decade both the number and the wealth of billionaires, who own at least $1,000 million, have doubled. In addition, it criticizes that at least 1,700 million workers live in countries where inflation exceeds wages, that more than 820 million people, 1 in 10 inhabitants, suffer from hunger in the world, and that in the last 40 years there have been drastically reduced income tax rates for the very rich. Among the causes that would explain this situation in favor of the richest are the rapid increase in the profits of food and energy in 2022, the long-term trends of relaxation of workers' rights and greater concentration of the market and unequal taxation, points out Oxfam and reports CNN. According to ProPublica, Elon Musk paid a real tax rate of just 3.27% between 2014 and 2018. Musk, now the world's second richest behind Bernard Arnault, has been one of those losing money in 2022, in his case, at record levels, but the billionaire class is now $2.6 trillion, 2.4 trillion euros, richer than before the pandemic, compliments Oxfam. From the International Confederation of NGOs, they propose to tax the richest with unique and solidarity taxes on wealth and extraordinary taxes to end the speculation of the crisis. For example, they propose to permanently increase taxes on the richest 1% to at least 60% of their income from work and capital, and especially increase taxes on capital gains. An annual wealth tax of up to 5% on the world's richest could raise 1.6 trillion euros a year, enough to lift 2 billion people out of poverty, fully fund government deficits, existing humanitarian appeals, launch a 10-year plan to end hunger, and help the poorest countries ravaged by climate change, according to an analysis by Oxfam, Alliance to Combat Inequality, Institute for Policy Studies and Patriotic Millionaires.